very warm welcome on behalf of the Government of Flanders to this International Peace Symposium, where we will be talking about science for peace.
The Government of Flanders has decided to make a top priority of the commemoration of the First World War. We have created a humanitarian and internationally oriented project. Our goal is to raise awareness amongst the present and future generations.
A lasting peace, even if it can start on paper, requires a deep transformation of societies as a whole. Science and scientific research can play an immensely positive role.
By identifying needs and exploring best practices in trauma treatment, scientific research contributes to evidence-based trauma treatment.
We zien dat er echt nood is aan meer kennis. En wij geloven dat vanuit wetenschap dat het zeer belangrijk is om die kennis te ontwikkelen. Dat is één aspect. En het andere aspect is om samen te werken.
Science really is added value in everything that is conflict and emergency based. This is not only done by academics, but also there's a very important implication of the people in the field, also for the data gathering.
I think there is very often a disconnect between what the research world is doing, who is asking for the research, and what then the policymakers or the society is doing with the results. So I think we need this fourth dimension, that there is really an interaction, that policymakers or those who want to know the evidence should be involved in defining the research questions, and the results should go back.
The way we should do peace building and sustainable development or trauma healing is going in with the attitude of we came to accompany, we came to support, we came to listen, and we came to learn.
Idealism combined with realism and lots of hard work, you can get anything done. Anything is possible.
We've been working at it a lot. We've learned so many lessons. We've made quite a number of mistakes. But I think we have reached a point now where, we're beginning to mature our understanding of what it is that needs to be done.
The European Union is without any doubt a success story. Not only have wars been avoided between the member states, wars have even become unthinkable. It is an attractive model for peace and stability in the world.
My question to all of you is, what are some of the features of good, appropriate and adequate peace agreements?
Politics cannot heal all our hurts. As part of transitional processes aimed at ensuring stability and social sustainability, therapeutic and mental health needs must increasingly have a key and early place at peace tables in the wake of conflict.
When we talk about treating trauma, we're not just talking about the victims, we're also talking about journalists.
Always try to go to the heart of the people. What was, for me, an important lesson to know is, if you don't try to understand the hearts and the minds of the people, what the suffering does, what the blaming does, who is guilty, who is not, what they feel about the opposition, you don't get the war.
We need a kind of what I would like to call effective preventive diplomacy by the international community as a whole, using political, diplomatic, cultural, economic, mediation, communication and information activities and instruments. If you do that as an international community in time, right from the very beginning, the escalation can perhaps be avoided.
I think the emphasis when we talk about prevention should be on capacity building. We need to empower the leadership in countries in the developing world to give sound and healthy leadership. We need to strengthen civil society within those countries. We need to promote democracy in those countries. At the same time, we must empower countries and the economies of countries through trade, through doing business with them, to become more self-sufficient.
My question to you is about how do we harness science for peace?
I would go for some coherence in the how, in the sense of work needs-based, make it participatory, and also issue-oriented. There's only one way to gather different people and different stakeholders around the thing, and that's an issue. It's not a program, it's not a text, it's an issue that has to be addressed. And on a personal note, I would shift away from the security paradigm. Safety is important, but do not always focus on security perspectives. Maybe there's some room for other basic needs, well-being, identity, and freedom.
Peacekeeping has to become holistic, which means all possible causes of conflict, political, military, but also ethnic, also religious, also, for instance, ecological and environmental. Scarcities of water, for instance, have to be addressed at the same time.
Our goal is to set up a trauma and transformation network in Flanders.
We need the network of networks that can rightly claim the funds for multifaceted projects, multidisciplinary projects.
Om dit te kunnen doen slagen heb je niet alleen gedrevenheid, enthousiasme, kennis nodig, maar ook structuren die zich daarachter zetten en vooral financiële middelen.
Act on that desire that you have to make a change, because if you step out and follow that feeling inside, you're definitely going to make an impact.
I have no doubt that if science, in the form of even 20 scientists who are investigating this, keep on the path they're going, they will find answers for trauma that I'm looking for.